Hi there, how you doing? It's Etch here again. This week I want to talk about what do I want to talk about? The step sequencer in FL Studio. That's right. I'm going to try and keep it a bit short this week because it's actually midnight now and I'm getting a wee bit tired. So let me just start up FL Studio. Now today and the next couple of tutorials we're going to create a little crappy track and just show you how to actually create a track from scratch. Now bear in mind, like I said, I'm learning as I go along as well, so if any of you have done this before, know FL Studio, see something that I'm doing quite wrong or I could be doing it in a better way, then just please let me know in the forums, you know. If you're not watching this video on the site, then click on the link in the description, then you can get onto the forums and there's a lot more information on that link about what I'm going to be talking about in the video as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is use the step sequencer, which is this one here. We actually briefly talked about it last time, but today I'm going to create a little beat there and use the piano roll and do something with that. Now when you first load up FL Studio, by default you get 4 tracks in... Actually, has my voice being recorded? Let me just double check. Yeah, it is. Okay, so when you first load FL Studio up, you get 4 instruments there, the drum instruments. You got your kick, your clap, your hat and your snare. And I mentioned last time there's quite a few different ways of creating sounds with these instruments, with these different channels. So we're going to start off by using these little steps here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to create a click, do a left click and create some notes. So I'm going to create 4 notes for the kick drum. I'm going to play that back. You can see that being played, or you can hear it being played. I can see it being played. Okay, so I'm going to also add, what I'm going to add? I'm going to add a clap here, and I'm going to add some hi-hats, and gives ourselves a really simple beat. Yeah, that's it. Not bad. Okay, I'm going to get rid of my snare drum. Now, if I right-click on the snare, I've got a context menu here. Now, there's only a few things here which I think are important for myself. The piano roll, I'll go through very shortly. Load sample, you can load a external audio file in there. It does quite a few things, MP3s, waves and so on. And at the bottom you got delete. I'm going to delete this channel. Now be careful, if you delete the channel, if that channel's in a different pattern, then it's going to delete it from all the patterns, so you lose all your data, so be careful there. Okay, say bye bye to that. Okay, so what else is there? Okay, now on the left here you have the LEDs. So you can click on the LED, you can switch a particular channel off or on, turn the kick drum off. Or you can right click on it and click solo and play just that one. Turn solo off, get everything back again. Okay. Next to that you have the volume. Actually no, you don't, you have the panning, which is left and right speaker. Play that solo so I can hear that. Left, right. I'm not sure if that's actually going to work on YouTube, but I'll give it a go. Okay, next to that we have the volume. Turn the kick down, bring it back up, and that's that. What else do we have? That's pretty much it for this step sequencer bit. Now, on the site, if you actually go to the site, I mentioned something about beats and bars. If you guys know about music, you'll know about beats and bars. This is quite important here because at the moment what we have is this pattern is just 1 bar long, full of 4 beats. Now each time the colour changes here, you see 1 beat. The grey is 1 beat, the red is 1 beat, the grey is 1 beat, the red is 1 beat. So we've got 4 beats here in this 1 bar. So if I play that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's say I wanted another bar of 4 beats there. What would I do? How would I do it? Or if I wanted just 3 beats in the bar, you go up here to the top left, and if you've got a scroll wheel, just scroll down. If you don't, just click up and down. There, that's up. So if I click here, 1 beat, 2 beats, 3 beats, 4 beats, and so on. Now I want 8 beats. So there you go, I've got 8 beats now. Now it's worth noting here that you can actually have an infinite number of beats here. Although FL Studio normally is used for patterns and creating different patterns, you can use it as a track sequencer where you have only the one pattern, and you just create an indefinite number of bars, and you just create your tune by copying and pasting the repetitive bits again and again and again. So you can use it like that, like some of the track-based sequencers work without patterns. So if I just go up forever and ever and ever, it will stop, I think, at 64, but if I went to the piano roll, it will actually carry on and on and on and on and on forever, which is quite cool. So I'm going to go back down to 8. Okay, and I'm going to repeat my drums here. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Oops, that wasn't quite right. Okay, so that's that bit done. What else is there? Okay, the piano roll. Next is a piano roll. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually edit the hi-hat piano roll. Right click, send to piano roll. Now you see the display there has changed. If I move this down, you can see that it's actually showing me my notes in my piano roll. So here I've got my my piano on the left, and I can move notes around. I can resize them. I'm going to resize these notes to make it easy to look at them. They don't need to be that long anyway, because they're just drums, you see. Now basically the piano roll will be used for, I mean for drums you don't need to, but for example, creating synth lines, leads, pads, strings, that kind of thing, you need to actually create a melody, create pitches and so on. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to try and create a few more notes here, try and make it sound a bit better to show you what I'm talking about. Let's reduce that a bit more. Okay, so that should still work. Yep. Now you can see basically in the piano roll up here, you can see the dashes here. So when I extend a note here, it extends it up here. Okay. They've got a few tools up here, slicer and zoom. I've not really used any of these just yet. I've used the grid one. The grid can change now. Before I was talking about 4 beats in the bar and that kind of thing. From here you can change how many beats you expect in the bar, and it'll change the grid there. You can snap to the grid at 4 beats in the bar, 3 beats in the bar, and that kind of thing. So what I want to do here is quickly create some more beats. You can move something around. You can also copy something by hitting shift and then moving it around, or you can just right click to delete something and left click to create. So let's create a little beat here. Let's get rid of that one. Let's see if we can create something that sounds a bit okay. If I use this little bar at the top here, I can actually left click here and set where I want to start. Actually not there, here. I can set where I want to start the play to where I want to start the track to play from. That was a bit crap. What can I do here? Almost. Try that. Yeah, that's it. Sounds a bit crap, but it's a starting point anyway. And you see up here now, you can see the different notes. And close that down. And if I click on that again, right click, piano roll, you get back to it. Simple as. So that'll do now. Yeah. Alright guys, that'll do. Next time I'm going to actually, what I'm going to do next time, I'm going to actually maybe create another pattern and put it in the step sequencer, not the step sequencer, the playlist editor, and see how that works. So thanks for listening, and catch you guys next time. Stop.